B2B consultants, professional coaches, and service-based business founders. We will install a client acquisition and retention system inside your business, and we will only take a percentage from the revenue that we help you generate. If you don't make sales, we don't get paid. And now how are we going to do it? Well, it's a 4-phase process that lasts 12 months. Let me walk you through it. All right, so let's dive into it. So it's a 4-phase process. Right now, we have in front of us phase 1. So it's the offer, the niche, dialing it in. Phase 2 is all about lead generation, booking qualified appointments, and converting prospects into clients. Phase 3 is the most important phase because this is exactly how we build 8-figure businesses, and that's results and retention. So let's dive in. So we start off with the market, right? We want to gather your insights and resources and figure out who can get the biggest ROI from getting access to them. Who can you almost guarantee success for, and who can effortlessly afford this type of ROI? Once we get absolutely clear on the who, we then go into creating the offer. So we got to understand, what's the core belief? What does the market want? Because when we understand this, we get market message resonance. How do they want to hear it? Right? And then we got to go into your mechanism. What's your IP, right? And how can we give it to them faster? How can we give it to them more effortlessly, right? And then we go into creating the no-brainer offer, which has to do with the pricing model, the guarantee, and that's how we're able to build these sustainable, scalable 7-figure offers. From there, we go into phase 2, okay? And this is where we go into building the attention machine. And the whole objective with the attention machine is that volume negates luck, right? So what are we doing? We're playing an outbound, we're playing an inbound. We're gathering all the data to do social outreach, email outreach, call outreach. And in inbound, we're playing in the meta ads, Google and YouTube ads. So how do we figure out what's the best performing platform for your offer and your niche? Well, guess what? If you're in the B2B space, I know for a fact, off the top of my head, right, even not looking into your business, that you need to be playing on LinkedIn and you need to be playing on YouTube and probably Twitter. Okay, so then from there, we're actually leveraging 2 mechanisms. We're leveraging people and we're leveraging code and media. So the type of people that we're leveraging are $3 an hour VAs. Their whole objective inside your business is to book qualified appointments on your calendar from the type of outreach online that we're doing. And then we have alignment specialists, also known as appointment setters. They're the ones that are on the phone calling and following up on whatever outreach that we did through email, right? And then from there, we go into code and media, right? So what type of code just means software. So what kind of software is the reason we're using outreach CRMs? Media just means content. So what type of content are we creating? We're creating sales assets. What's a sales asset? It's a type of content that educates and has call to actions to get them on your calendar, right? And then we're also leveraging paid ads. So there's 2 type of angles that we use to get the highest response rate possible. There's direct response, and then there's the value approach. Once we go in and we install all of this inside your organization, something happens. We generate interest. And what our partners see is anywhere from 5 to 100 or more qualified leads per day. And I know you might be thinking, holy shit, that's a lot. This is overwhelming, right? I promise you, it's a great problem to solve for because it means the business is growing. It means you have traction. It means something's happening and it's great and you're transforming lives. All right, so from here, we go into a very, very important part, which is owning the attention. So our attention machine is going to be generating a whole bunch of attention. But what if we don't own the attention? Guess what happens? You're not building a valuable asset. The organization is not a valuable asset. There is no enterprise value. Why does this matter? Because if you ever want to exit your business, it needs to be a valuable asset so you can get paid a lot of money, right? You need to have a nice multiple to get paid off of. So think of Facebook, think of Google. Why are they worth so much? Because they own the data. So if we have the machine generating a bunch of data, we want to own the data. So we want to create an asset that we can eventually sell. Even if you don't want to sell your company, it still has to be built in a way where we could sell if we wanted to. The business has to be professionalized, okay? And then we go into the education machine, which is a really, really important part. If you're scared of being on camera, you're never going to make it to 8 figures, probably won't even make it to 7 figures, but the education machine is a huge component. So what do we focus on? We focus on long form content, right? And what type of content? We focus on process selling VSLs. Where do we distribute it? We distribute it in conversations, groups, YouTube, email lists, ads. And the whole objective of this machine is to get educated prospects that become effortless to sell to. So the reason why that's so important is because then we get into the conversion machine. And keep in mind, this is without you being in the sales process, right? This is with having actual appointment setters and closers in there so that you can get sales without you being stuck in the process. So what are we doing? We're leveraging 4 conversion mechanisms. We're leveraging lead magnets, process selling via sales, conversations, retargeting ads, all with the objective of getting our prospects on qualified booked sales calls. And what are we doing? We're coming in and helping you. We're tailoring our $1 million a month script to your offer in your niche. And the same goes with your back-end sales systems. And this is how we're able to help our partners predictively convert clients. Okay. And then from there, we help you with the fulfillment, because again, the fulfillment is like the core piece. We cannot build an 8-figure organization if we don't focus on results and retention. So what do? We focus on the client journey flow, onboarding systems, onboarding call structure, the communication setup, management, and that's how we're able to help you guarantee transformational results on the back end. So from here, what you just saw is the whole infrastructure build that has to be done for you to be able to hit scalable impact, which is, if you're watching this, is probably what you want to do. You want to impact a bunch of people. So if you do not have that infrastructure built out already, then you would not be a good fit for our 8 to 12% rev share solution, right? You would be a good fit for our 25% rev share solution. And if you fit in that 25%, this is the process that we would have to install in the business to take you from 0 to 100K a month. That's what we do with our 25% rev share partners, is we take them from 0 to $100,000 a month. Once you hit $100,000 a month, we have another conversation. And that conversation is for the 8 to 12% rev share solution. And when we have that conversation and agree upon terms, we then go in and install this paid acquisition funnel. And this paid acquisition funnel takes our partners from $100,000 a month to $2 million a month. Okay, so this is no joke. We take partnerships very, very, very seriously. Okay, so what you want to do is book a call with our team. There's a link below this video, and we'll do a process audit to see if we'd be a good fit to partner with you and our systems would be a good fit inside of your business. If this interests you, if this appeals to you, this solution is for you only if you can ethically charge $10,000 as a minimum for your products or services. You have to be truly committed to delivering real transformational outcomes for your clients. Please do not book a call with us if you just want to take people's money. There's a lot of people in the marketplace who just want to take people's money at any cost. And because of our values, we do not work with those types of people. You must demonstrate experience helping people with your knowledge, products, or services. And if you are a person who's just starting out, we can help you with other solutions, but this one in particular is just not for you. So if you want us to help you scale your business revenue with zero risk on your part, schedule a call with my team by clicking the button below this video. I want to let you know that this is not a typical sales call because we don't really have any incentive to sell you on anything if we can't guarantee your results. If we are not 100% sure that we can help you achieve the results you want, we are not interested because we can lose our money, our time, and even our reputation. That is just not something that we're interested in. Now, if you want to know our 3 pillars model to build scalable businesses that last over time, continue to watch this video because now we are going to dive into our scalable impact framework. This is a framework that we use to validate if a business is a good fit to partner with us or if they're a good fit for a seed round investment from us. But first, maybe you just met me and you just don't know who I am yet. My name's Egocheaga. I'm the founder of Viral Growth Media, an award-winning pay-per-performance growth marketing agency. And I got into the online sales game when I was 16 years old in 2011 by pain and ambition. And honestly, it was just a miracle. My mom walked out on me and my dad when I was 7 years old. And by the time I was 15, all my friends were getting new BMWs and Mercedes. And all I wanted for my 16th birthday was a new car. My dad had incurred a lot of debt since the 2008 recession, and just to keep up appearances that we were okay, and we were not okay. So from 13 to 16, I wouldn't ask for presents on my birthday or Christmas because he told me that we did not have the money, and I wanted him to have money for my new car at 16. And yeah, that was me wishful thinking. My 16th birthday comes around, and it was not like the MTV show My Super Sweet 16. No car was waiting for me with a red bow on it, and I was pissed. I had held off asking for gifts just for this moment, and I expressed my anger and disappointment to my dad, and all he said was, "Your mom hasn't ever paid child support, so ask her to buy you a car." So I did. I called her and told her what my dad told me to tell her, and she just laughed at me. She said that she didn't have the money to buy me a car, and I was mad at the world. I didn't understand the concept of money, and I didn't understand why we couldn't ever have enough money, or how my friends' parents had money in abundance, and it just didn't make sense for me yet. I realized that being mad at the world wasn't going to help anyone, especially myself. So I went on Google and I typed in how to make money online. And remember, this was 2011. There were very few gurus, and I also couldn't afford buying a program from them. So I was 16 with no money and a father that thought that the only way out was through higher education and everything else was a scam. I ended up finding an affiliate product to market, and boom, 6 months later, I made my first $20,000 online, and I bought my first car and insurance, all paid by me. I thought I was a genius. I stopped listening to teachers and going to school because I realized there was something more to the internet, and I knew that that's where I needed to focus. Unfortunately, the affiliate opportunity did not last forever, and I spent all my resources living a lifestyle that I could not afford, and I ended up watching a YouTube video that made me realize that I had acquired a skill set that I could sell to businesses. So boom, I went out and I tried to sell my traffic skills to other businesses, and I fell flat on my face. I didn't know how to communicate my value to others, and no one was willing to take a chance on me. So I started reading sales books, and I realized that real face-to-face sales was way harder than online sales. And it got to the point where I was studying Grant Cardone and reading all his books when I realized, what the fuck am I doing? I'm not going to learn sales by reading a book. I need real life experience. And by that time, I had a comfortable $50,000 a year job at the number one market research company in the world. And you might have heard of it. It's called Nielsen. My family was super proud of me for having this job. At this point, I made more money from a salary than my parents ever did, but I hated it. I had suicidal thoughts driving to work every single day. And at the same time, my cousins were climbing the corporate ladder at a car dealership. And it happened to be my cousin's birthday, and we all went to Topgolf to celebrate. His finance director was there, and I overheard them talking about how they needed to hire new commission-based only salespeople. And I felt like the universe was answering my prayers. I literally got on my knees and begged them to hire me. And they were super against it because I didn't look like a traditional car salesperson. One, I was a lesbian and I just didn't fit into the box that they wanted to check. And two, I had no experience and I didn't know anything about cars. But after all the begging, he gave me a shot. I quit my salary job the next day and showed up for my first day of car sales. And to my surprise, the dealership was a Cardone Auto Group client, and all the training was by Grant himself. It's where I really understood every step of the sales process and why they are so important. I went into this role with the mindset of, I will digest all this information and use it inside my agency. I worked there for 6 months, got the most I could out of it, quit, and started my agency back up.
Out here, I quit my job. I'm gonna pursue my dreams full time. No longer an employee. I am my own boss. So, if you need a website or any type of marketing for your small business, hit me up.
I had already landed a web development client the day before I quit, so I already had $5,000 in the bank, and it took me 7 months to scale up my agency to $100,000. And I thought I was the shit. Okay, I found a niche market and I just went all in, and then guess what? The burnout hit. The niche market I found was medical spas. My team and I would create on-demand systems and rent it out to them in exchange for a retainer. And when peak burnout hit, I had 23 clients paying $4,000 a month. I had a 7-figure business, but I felt empty inside. I hated every moment of it. It was so unfulfilling. I knew I was contributing to people hating themselves. And I ended up taking a full year sabbatical, traveled the world doing speaking engagements, and I spoke at the biggest conferences in the world, like the Consumer Electronics Show in Vegas, Web Summit in Lisbon, and Disrupt in Puerto Rico, just to name a few. And in all that chaos, I found time to focus on what I really wanted to put my superpowers onto. And I knew that I couldn't just work with anyone. I knew I only wanted to help people who provided a net positive impact on the world, which is how I got the idea to create Viral Growth Media and focus on only working with B2B consultants, professional coaches, and service providers. I knew that if I wanted to help contribute to elevate human consciousness, it would have to start at the corporate level. I knew that if you can impact a corporate organization at C-suite leadership, you could positively impact the lives of millions instantly. This is how I would help make the world a better place. And now that you know exactly how I ended up here today, let me walk you through the numbers and how we've helped our partners get transformational results by leveraging the Scalable Impact Framework. If you've never seen this before, this is our viral sales method playbook. This is what we give out to people that do not qualify to be a partner with us. And this is completely free. We tell them to follow this step by step, and this is what gets them to be able to become a partner. So this is the exact viral growth media viral sales process that we've used to grow over 5 million followers, sign over 2,000 clients, and collect over $100 million in cash for ourselves and our clients. Okay, this is no joke. If you follow this, you will literally be able to hit 50K a month with your coaching or consulting business in the next 90 days. Okay, this is like the creme de la creme. This is better than a lot of coaching programs out there. And obviously, if we're not a good fit to work together, obviously this is what you're going to get, and this is what's going to help you get to the next level. But we have a whole bunch of case studies, testimonials here alone, right? This is how we took Info Pro Learning's revenue, right? A business that we partnered with from 95K a month to 290K a month in just 5 months. Okay, this is like real transformational stuff. These are just some Stripe accounts from partners that we've also worked with. Like we can send you a link so you can do a deep dive on that. But like, dude, we don't play around. This is real fucking life-changing money, and it is only able to happen if you provide transformational outcome for your clients. So if you're also not a good fit, we'll send you to this training, and you can watch it on your own time. It's the 3 protocols that we use to be able to build 100K a month businesses. And right, how can you be certain this works? Well, these are our own numbers, right? Our own results in the last 12 months. Who else is willing to show you how to get to those $500,000 months, right? 6-figure months, right? We practice what we preach, right? So let's look at all these testimonials. You guys can look at these on your own time, but 42K cash collected in just 30 days, 20K cash collected plus 40K in commitment in 7 days, 0 to 25K in 21 days. We had a client go from 0 to 50K in 1 day. Okay, this is like next level stuff. Dr. Raquel closed a 166K deal with one offer, and just because we went in and helped her tweaked it. Okay, there's like a whole bunch of them here as well. And guys, there's no reason why you couldn't be the next one if you're focused on providing transformational outcomes for your clients. So what is the Scalable Impact Model Framework? So it starts off with leveraged sales. Right? So not just sales, but leverage sales. How do we actually go and dive deep so that we're getting dramatically more output than the effort that we have to put in to get sales? And no, that's not to do one-on-one sales with the founder. And then we have bankable profits. Right? So not profits, because I've watched hundreds of businesses die. $300,000 a month businesses die because of 100% of the profits were put back into the business. So they were always just investing back in the business and were never able to bank their profits and have cash stacked in their bank accounts for the founders and for the employees. And then we get into transferable value. So a lot of people might think about sales and profits, even if they're not thinking of leverage sales and bankable profits, and think that they're fine. But then they find that at the end of the day, they haven't built wealth because they haven't built value that can be transferred. And a lot of times they build value, but it's just not value that can be transferred. So the minute that they leave the business, the whole thing falls apart. So now, when you have leverage sales and you have bankable profits, you have this thing right here called momentum, right? That means you have momentum. So you're basically developing velocity towards success. And when you have leverage sales and you have transferable value, that means you have power in the market and you're an actual player. You have power. And when you have bankable profits and you have transferable value, you have optionality because you can decide to keep getting the profits or you can sell or exit the business. The key here is that you have options and you're not forced to do anything. So when you have all three of these, right, you're in the middle. You're what I call scalable impact, right? And the thing here is that those are the business that we partner with on that 8 to 12% rev share or invest in them. And if you don't have this, then you would qualify for our 25% organic rev share solution to build out the scalable impact infrastructure that we covered in the beginning of this video, right? Because that's the infrastructure that's absolutely needed to get to this 8 to 12% rev share solution. I hope that makes sense. So if you want us to install this scalable impact model in your business and help you scale your sales with zero upfront risk on your part, schedule a call by clicking the button below where we will do a process audit on your business. And if you're a good fit, we will walk you through exactly how we can hit anywhere from $100K to $2 million per month inside your business, all custom to your niche and your offer. We will also give you our written agreement and guarantee if you fit the profile that we can guarantee results for. Now, don't worry, we have no incentives to sell you anything if we are not absolutely 100% sure that we can guarantee results. Because in reality, we are taking all the risk ourselves. We are putting ourselves and our reputation at risk. We will lose money in time if we don't provide you with the successful outcome, right? So we have to be absolutely sure that this is a right fit for us. Someone that can guarantee results for you, as someone that can guarantee results for you. So if we can't do it with you, we will tell you. We will be sincere and honest with you, and maybe we will recommend you some course, some book, or another person who can help you better. So click on the button below this video and schedule a call with my team, because at least you're going to get clarity on where your business is right now and what you need to do to take it to the next level. Thanks for making it this far, and I look forward to meeting you soon.